Okay, good.
Okay. My name is Tom Lands. I was with the 14th Infantry Regiment, the 25th Division. My number is US 51131-841. I was in the combat infantry. And we're ready to talk about the Korean War as much as I can remember.
All right. Do you feel that the Korean War is a forgotten war, and why?
Because we've had so many wars, the people keep honoring more people, and you just have to put the wars that you've fought beside and honor the new people, because they're the ones that are putting their lives in jeopardy now.
Okay. We hear a lot about the Incheon landing. Can you tell us about that?
I don't know too much about it. I only know what I heard from some of the guys that entered our outfit. It was a tough landing, and there was a lot of problems in the landing, but they worked them out and they made it successful.
Okay. Was it demoralizing knowing that you're facing hordes of Chinese soldiers?
There again, I wasn't there at that time. We became a blocking position after the hordes of Chinese soldiers coming across the Yalu River in 1950 were stopped, and we set up a blocking position at the 38th parallel, which they still have today.
Who's right, MacArthur or Truman?
I was too young to really realize who was right and who was wrong. One wanted to keep the war going, and we're not an aggressive nation, so Truman wanted to stop the war by getting rid of the commander that wanted to keep on going.
Was it really cold in Korea?
It was very cold. They had snow, they had seasons of the year. They had the same seasons. If you could live in New Jersey, you could live in Korea.
Okay. Explain to us what you thought you were fighting for, and if you think your efforts were worth it.
To be perfectly honest with you, we were fighting for our lives, but other than that, we had no reason to believe that it was going to make us any better, make the Koreans any better. So we really didn't know what we were fighting for.
Okay. Did you see any racism between our troops, the North Koreans and the Chinese?
That's a broad spectrum as far as races. And the old story, most of the people looked alike, so you couldn't really tell the difference between the Chinese, the South Koreans, and North Koreans. The North Koreans were a little taller, but that's about all.
Okay. Now up to more up-to-date questions. Who was the most unforgettable character you met in the war?
Patricia Neal. She was over giving a show for the troops, and our lieutenant had went to school with her. And the guys all had a ball over it.
Okay. What do you think of the military today?
That would be very hard for me to answer, because the training is good, the bodybuilding is good, all that stuff is good. There's only one problem with all the uncertainty in the war. The ending of it is bad.
Do you think that every American should serve at least 2 years?
No, because our kids have to start working on their future, and they don't need a future unless they're going to be in the military. Then if they're going to be in the military, that's fine. But other than that, they should be going to college, they should be learning something for their future, and not worrying about learning about how to kill people.
Okay, sure. How do you feel about women serving in the military, and should they see combat?
Yes, everybody, they have women flying planes now, women on aircraft carriers, women are very intelligent, they're on all your news programs, they're more or less taking over where the men left off, and they make good soldiers. They've proved in the past that they can do the same job as a man can do.
Okay. Do you think gays should be allowed in the military?
This is a very tough question because you have to first define a gay. Many people, the way they look, and they're not gay. And these are all human beings. So you don't know who's gay, who's not gay, and you should at least give somebody a chance, regardless what his religion is, what his perspectives are. Give him a chance and let him work it out.
Okay. Were you able to leave the battlefield behind when you re-entered civilian life?
You have to do this or else you starve to death. Because nobody is interested how many people you killed over there, how many people you blew up or anything else. You either have to learn a trade or have to go back to college and start your civilian life back as a person.
Okay. Do you dream about combat or have flashbacks?
No, not in the type of place that where I served. I served in a blocking position, and we didn't have too many of the things that would do this to you. We weren't overrun, or all we did contact patrols, and we did guarding and blocking and different things like that. But if you were not directly involved, you didn't have that kind of problem. It just made you a lot sharper because you've seen things that other people didn't see.
Okay. Would you join the military again or avoid it at all costs?
No, I don't think I would. Not unless I had to. If my country was in jeopardy, I would join. But other than that, to go fight for somebody else's country, no.
Okay. Do you think in 2006 the military is over-glamorized? 2007?
I think there's too many news reports that they're showing the soldier as a super fighter and everything like that, and the whole problem is they're not showing these poor guys getting blown up and everything else, and they don't know what from one day to the next something's going to happen to them. There's too much news reporting making it look glamorized.
Okay. Did your military experience change your life, and how so?
What about that clear plastic?
Yeah, that's fine.
No, not really, because I only spent 24 months in the military. And when I came out, I left it behind me and remembered a few things that would help you in civilian life. There are many things that you learn in the Army can help you in civilian life, but they have to be used properly.
Do you think your military experience enhanced your professional career or hindered it?
Neither.
Neither? Okay. Would you want your son or daughter to join the military?
No, not unless they had to.
Okay.